Welcome back to Big Campaign Stories. I'm Jeff, your DM. Let's start off with lightsaber checks. Mav.
This is Mav playing Dosh. Oh, brother. All right. 2d20. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
I got
Wow.
220s.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
We've done it.
All right. Well, hell yeah. We have officially our first recorded lightsaber check.
Reach into your pocket and pull out a lightsaber.
Yeah, these zombies better be ready for it.
Alleged zombies.
So, as with standard lightsaber checks, in the event of success, Dosh will get +2 to one of their stats, as well as we will come up with a lightsaber or special item for them for when they return back to base. Mav, do you want to point out who's next to not accomplish your amazing feat on the first try?
Yeah. Follow that, Sean.
Oh, alright. I'm Sean. I'm playing 4s. Oh no.
Oh no. What happened?
I rolled a 1.
Well, just don't do it again.
Backed up by a 3.
Oh, so close.
Good. John.
John playing as Lucius, and I rolled a 15. Go for it, Jesse.
I'm Jesse. I'm playing as Oswald. And I got a 10.
Alrighty, as we last left off our heroes, we had just started to roll initiative as we are about to get into a confrontation. Lucius, Dosh, and Fours were down near the campsite with our mercenary targets, with Oswald up in the trees somewhere dressed as a park ranger. That being said, we'd rolled initiatives last time, so Dosh, you were first to react in this situation. What do you want to do?
Holy moly. Can you give me a quick description again? Like these guys are pulling weapons out?
Yeah, so as of right now, you're standing in a clearing surrounded by snow. They've used their RV to knock down some small trees. To the north of them, there is a smaller clearing with a canopy over it. Underneath is a chair in order to do cybernetic surgery. A few machines hooked up to it. They have a fire pit going with a pot of various canned foods, as well as a tea kettle, appears to be boiling moss. The people across from you, one is a human, one is a void, the other is an Artori. Artori haven't really come up in the campaign so far, but they are large tree-like folk. The human, as well as the void, have guns drawn. The Artori does not. No one has opened fire yet, but they have weapons drawn at the threat from Lucius last time that they are doing something illegal.
Oh yeah, we're dressed up like park rangers.
3 of you are. One of you just happens to be Mr. Peanut.
Right. And as I recall, I was thinking, obviously, we're looking like we're some sort of authority. Hopefully, they're just going to give up, follow the law. Obviously, bad guys don't have to do that. So here we are.
I believe the term was a prab.
What do I want to do? I'm gonna try to help or hinder the attempt to intimidate, and I will draw my stun baton.
All right. Colic, the void, used the Artori as cover, has his gun out and readied, but not aimed directly at any one of you. But you can definitely tell by their body language that they're worried about the equipment that they've set up. Fours.
I'm gonna keep my hands in my pockets.
Oswald, up in the trees,
Yeah.
looking down upon your allies in the clearing. It is cold up here. What are you doing?
Oh, God, shivering. I've been shivering for hours in this damn tree. I probably can't hear them from my perch, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Are y'all relaying the conversation in real time over the slivers or no?
I don't know if you can just like take a conversation and just have it automatically transfer like an open mic or something. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, something like that.
Can't really sliver speakerphone it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So somebody would have to be like taking mental energy, essentially. Like they'd have to intentionally think about taking the words they're hearing and then transmitting them via thought, which I'm guessing nobody's doing right now. I see my team, 2 park rangers and a business suit confronting these 3. Hasn't escalated yet. One of them's got a gun, but we know that's a fairly normal thing. I think I'm in wait and see mode.
Belanco will step forward and offer out, "We will give you all a chance to leave right now. No questions, no problems. I don't know what you're doing out here. What we're doing doesn't involve violence. We could solve this in a couple ways, but I'd rather everyone just go home. We'll be out of here by the end of the score." Max will take a step back behind Belonka as well, as he will call out, "Who are you guys?" Lucius.
All right. Take a confident step forward. I'll ask, you know that you broke the rune for this consecrated area, don't you?
A quick look between the three of them shows that they seem to be confused about what you're talking about.
And I'll say, I thought so.
Guilty.
You being up here is disturbed more than just laws. It seems that now we have whatever the consecration was protecting us from rising from the ground as well. So this goes beyond whatever illegal activity you were doing. We need to take you in and pack you up for everybody's safety right now. You've gone too far. And I'm going to try to throw out an intimidate to try to, I don't know, I'm still playing with it. They're asking who we are, and I guess I should have answered that. But I'm kind of going with we're dressed up like park rangers. Take us as if we're serious. That's the kind of air I'm trying to throw out. So I attempt to roll about it, and I got a total of 20.
Of course, subtracting the penalty for not having a monocle. Yeah, Lucius, your intimidate seems to go over very well with Akalik and Max, as they both look at each other behind Belonka as they are trying to come to terms with, obviously they're in trouble, before Belonka would just call back, "Can I see a badge?" Gosh.
I don't know if I have enough anything.
Really need to steal a badge at some point.
Right.
Pull the Blues Brothers, pull out and flash them a pack of cigarettes quick.
Gosh, I don't know. I want to escalate this to violence, but I don't want to. Seeing what I have, if I have anything I can help with this, but I don't think I have. And he wants to see a badge. I really don't think we're in a situation where a sleight of hand check with a a pack of cigarettes is going to really help.
You can fix this with your stun baton.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
What a real cop would do.
And a real park ranger would do it twice.
No, to be honest, what a real park ranger would do in this situation is call them up on some bogus warrant.
They usually have badges.
That's true. They usually have badges. I think you're the only one that can make a badge at this point.
Bakal is the big guy, right? Who's the one who's kind of being the naysayer here?
Yeah, Belonka's the muscle.
Blanca, that's right. I think I'm going to enter my fighting style, rush forward. He's in a Tauren, so he's like a big old dude.
Yeah, big old tree man.
Yeah. I might try to trip him, because he doesn't have apparent weapons on him, right? He's like a punch me in the face kind of guy.
Yeah.
And the other two have guns. So if I can try to subdue this guy, I'm hoping the other two will fall in line, because he's obviously the big one. So I'm going to attempt to throw a trip at him.
All right. As you move forward, a shaken and panicked Akalik will fire his gun, getting a 16.
No.
The bullet goes wide. Nearby, Oswald, some birds will take off into the air from the gunshot, which goes through the snowy forest.
And attracts every single zombie. That's
And
right,
the
I've
real
seen
park
zombie
rangers.
movies.
So Dashi ran up to Trip.
Yeah. I rolled a 17 for a total of 30.
Good grief.
Blanca, though a trained mercenary and ready for combat, is not expecting how fast you move across the snow with those long legs, as your stun baton will strike and knock him to the ground.
I think I could see their point of view, though. Like, with Tosh being an android with crazy long legs and limbs. Like, you're not a park
Right.
ranger.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'll say, put down your weapons.
They are already shaken from Lucius's previous intimidate. Go ahead and give me yours to back this up.
Oh, yeah, of course. Intimidate is nearly as good as. I rolled a 18 for a 26.
Well, damn, you're just spitting gold tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Belonka hits the ground hard, them already being shaken from before, Akalik will drop the gun. You'll see that Max actually hasn't even turned off the safety on it, so we'll just lower it to his side. Fours.
So they're throwing down their weapons.
They are throwing down their weapons.
So I'll walk up next to Ash and look around to those guys and say keys, and kind of put my hand out, waving my head. I'll gesture to the RV.
Go ahead and give me the bluff. Go with the idea of they understand that you've asked them to leave, and they're very much in agreement at this point with the violence it intimidates, but that's hard to do if you take their vehicle.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how far they're willing to let us just subdue them, because come my turn, I'm going to take out. I have manacles and stuff. I'm going to start cuffing these guys.
All right. I blooped out a number for my bluff that I don't see what it is yet.
All right. So, Sean, what did you get for your bluff?
19.
Alrighty.
Uh-huh.
Belonka on the floor immediately calls out, "It's bullshit. These guys are here to rob us."
You made him pass a sense motive, right?
I didn't make him. He rolled a nat 20.
Well, if he correctly passed his sense motive, he would know we're not here to rob him. We're here to legally acquire his property.
Yeah, Belonka on the ground would say, after calling out that they're here to rob us, looking up at Dosh, which laying on the ground with a 9-foot tall android standing in front of him, that does make for a towering spectacle. Say, "We'll give you guys a cut. You can stay here and watch us.
What are you doing?
We have a contract from Tower Optics, paying 30,000 credits."
Is there a time limit on your contract?
Yeah, Oswald.
All right. I saw and heard a gunshot. I saw Dosh drop the artillery to the ground. The other two look like they're being compliant, but it doesn't look like the situation's been resolved. So I'm going to zip from tree to tree and double move to approach. I think I'm probably far enough away that I can't get all the way there in one turn. So yeah, I'm going to double move to approach.
Belonka will look at you, Dosh, as he motions to try to get himself up, looking to see if you will allow him.
No. The long foot of Dosh from Bold Acquisitions pushes him back to the ground. Sit tight, friend. I mean, he can push back. I won't, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, with that Belonka on the ground, once you place your foot upon him to keep him down, we'll say 10,000 credits. You can sit here and watch us for the next few days. Everybody walks away from this fine.
Say in our sliver. Do we have a time limit for the return of the van?
Although we don't, as I understand it.
We just needed to get it before they leave town.
Yeah, we don't have time to sit around. If what Forrest described is real, like, I don't want to stick around here. So I'll just make mention. I've got manacles. I intend on cuffing them.
Following your lead, boss.
Alrighty, Max's turn. He is not going to give the keys up, but he will step backwards towards the RV. Lucius.
I walk forward with manacles and attempt to put them on Belonka.
All right, he will resist. So go.
He's gonna win then. Kind of hoping he wouldn't. What kind of roll would that be?
So it's going to be a grapple check.
Okay, I am actually quite good at that.
Sorcerers are known for their grappling ability.
Hey man, I rolled all right. It's probably not good enough though, with a total of 17 for a combat maneuver, right?
You definitely grab onto him, joining the grapple. You're having a hard time putting the manacles on, as he's just physically stronger. But he is prone, and he is being held down by a foot. So you've entered the grapple, you've not put the manacles on. That will have to be a next turn thing. Dosh.
If he's currently wrestling around with Lucius.
Correct. They are now in a grapple.
I don't know if this works. Like, does the stun baton stun everyone in the grapple? Is this like electricity?
It is.
Ah, shit. All right, well, I'm going to try to kick him. I have the Stunning Fist combat feat. I know he has probably solid fortitude, but I got it from Gestalt. I'm going to try to Stunning Fist him. I guess roll an attack roll, and he has to make a fortitude save equal to 10 plus half my character level plus my wisdom mod. Oh, that's not very good.
So it's a long shot.
13. Yeah, it's a long shot. So fortitude save after I roll an attack roll. Natural 20 for 33.
Alrighty, connects solidly in the side of his head as Lucius is trying to put the manacles on him as he's resisting. You will strike. And what is the DC I have to beat?
I believe it is 13.
With a quick kick to the head, Belonka seems to be stunned.
It still does damage, I think, which I'm going to try to do subdual.
You got this, Dosh? You want us to wait in the car?
It's 18 damage.
Alrighty. Yeah, a very strong blow.
Can I, out of turn, say something over Slivers?
It's a free action.
Right. So communicating with the team, I think we need to subdue these guys, get their equipment, and get out of here before whatever the consecration was holding back comes after us. I think we're doing them a favor.
Like clearing them out?
Yeah, because they don't know what they did.
Do you know something about that sledge?
All I know is that the consecration that was set up and that is now broken would have held that back.
All right. With that, a colic will point at Dosh, pulling out a small baked good with a feather on top as he crushes it in his hand. Go ahead and give me a will save.
All right.
And just crushed a brownie in front of you. You gonna take that?
I rolled a 13 for a total of 18.
Alrighty. For a brief moment, the magic washes over you. You can feel a fit of giggling start to come up, but you're able to suppress it easily. 4s.
What is that guy wearing?
A colic looks like he's wearing a leather jacket over a standard kind of speed suit.
God damn it.
with flared.
Answer
Leggings.
flare.
So was he moving towards the RV or?
Nope. He is moving towards the equipment.
Okay. Sorry, just realigning my brain here.
Not a worry.
All right, I guess I'm going to move over to him and try and trip him as well. We have gotten the sliver go ahead to try and subdue all the guys. So this says disarm, but it's really just a graceful maneuver,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So 24 on my trip.
With that, you'll sweep the leg as he lands on the edge of the circle that he had made around the cybernetic chair, disrupting the runes he had placed.
Good or bad? I think to
You
myself.
decide!
I'm choosing my own adventure, and I decide that's good.
All right. Oswald, as you dash amongst the trees, getting closer, it is your turn.
Okay, I think I'm in range now to interact, so I'm going to swoop down next to Max, who looks like the only one not on the ground, and try and subduely conk him in the back of the head. And I got a 14 on my attack.
Alrighty. On a 14, yes, the light outfit he's wearing does not protect heavily against this, so you will smash into it.
Right on. Let's see. Am I getting sneak attack against this guy?
You are not.
Okay, that's fine. Total of 10 subdual.
Okay.
And I'll stay put.
Alrighty. Belanca is stunned as Lucius is able to start getting the upper hand on him. Max will provoke an attack as he will move into the RV.
All right, swing again. How about a 19 to hit?
Oh, that misses.
Fine then.
No, I'm kidding. You hit with a 14, Jesse.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's got powers or mobility or some crap like that. Who knows? All right, 12 more subdual.
Alrighty. Max's frame passes out as he falls into the door of the RV, unable to open it as he is unconscious.
But now we know either the RV's unlocked or he's got the keys.
Lucius, the stunned tree man, is easy enough to flip over and place manacles on.
I do it.
Triumphantly.
Alrighty. Anything else you want to do?
I would imagine that it's going to take most of my turn. I am not strong or anything like that. It's the
Dead
only
weight's
reason.
hard to move.
Yeah. Only reason this is happening is because this episode is about Dosh kicking ass. So, putting the manacles on though, I'll tell them that it's just. I'll say, give up. We have you guys. No, hold on. Better words.
We have you now.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I'm going to go with that. We have you now. Give up. Can that warrant another intimidate or something? Or
No, I don't think it intimidates necessary at this point. The one guy's stunned, another man's unconscious, and the other one's on the floor.
sounds good.
Scaring them more doesn't change the situation.
You'll make them panic.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, the idea is to try to use the dice rolls to influence him to give up. But it sounds like we're past that. So
Yeah. Dosh.
Looks like this is sort of taken care of. Do you have other manacles on you that I can take from you?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough for all of them.
I'll come over here with those.
So generous.
I don't know if it's an action to take them, and then I use my move to come over here. Yeah, well, it was my move to go next to a Killick and help Force try to tie him up.
Cool. Sure, he is prone. Go ahead and give me the initial maneuver.
All right. I rolled an 8 for a total of 21.
Alrighty. Yeah, not hard to pin him down. You'll be able to get the manacles on him. Akalik will try to press against this, but still being shaken, he finds himself unable to stop the grapple. 4s.
I will kneel down and assist in the binding of a colic.
All right. Very well. Go and give me your grapple check, albeit at a bonus.
So it'll be this -1 because it's based on my strength and on my dex. That's what I remember correctly. Got a 20 total.
Yeah, with a 20, not a problem to slap a pair of manacles on the back of a colic, as they will mutter a curse word at you in the void language.
Which is unknown to me.
Basically just calling you a coward.
Hmm.
Oswald, an unconscious man, lays at your feet in the snow. Everyone else is manacled to the ground. It is a quiet night up here. What do you do?
I start going through Max's pockets.
Yeah, you'll find his HCOM, some credit sticks. You will find the keys to the RV.
Guys, got the keys. And I'll start using those to open the RV.
All right. Yeah, opening it up, burst of warm air. You can hear the small space heater going on the inside. You can also see the rows of plants on the counter just immediately as you open it before you step in. Various blue flowers that are starting to turn white.
Pretty.
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely step in. As soon as I feel warm air in there, I step in without too much concern for whether or not it might be safe.
There are 3 bunks, small kitchen, blue flowers along the window sides. You can see the driver's seat at one end, a bathroom at the other side. Looks like they've modded this a bit to be able to fit the machinery that they brought with them. But otherwise, it's just cozy in here.
Okay. Call out. They got a bunch of flowers in here.
Blanca groans at your feet, muttering out of fuckers. All right, Lucius.
And I'll just say, hopefully you're going to be thanking us for this. And I'll go to the last guy.
The unconscious guy?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I think we should load up their gear and put that in their camper and then load them up and start driving back to the Ranger.
All right. If we don't want to have to deal with rangers particularly, I could check them out as Max.
Oh, true.
Just an option.
Right.
We need to do that. I don't know if that's necessary.
We're still going to kind of play it by ear because we don't know exactly what they were doing up here.
Mhm.
Maybe an idea would be to look into their contract. Do you have the ability to do that?
I mean, yeah, I could search their RV, search their devices.
All right, Dosh, it is your turn.
The one guy who's still awake that's on the ground at my feet, the void.
Mhm.
I'll lean down, like bend at the waist, so I'm not bending my legs, and lean all the way down and say, "What exactly were you doing here?"
Yeah, he's trying to look at you as he turns his head. He turns his head to the left as he's laying on his stomach in the snow. Like Blanca said, it's an easy contract. We're getting paid out to test out if you can use a tame, take memories from the dead. Some dude was buried here years ago. We've collected the moss from his gravesite, combined it with the dirt. We're going to see if we can't get Max to contact him so that we can trap those memories in the tame. Simple script job. Should have been easy.
Or would you take this on the Scorn Moon?
You can tell he's trying his best to maintain composure, though he's clearly frustrated, a little bit afraid, but angry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if you know a better time to contact the dead, but I think it would be now. In the RV, we have some of the truth flowers. You know, the blessing of Meshgal, those fire cult people. They have these flowers that supposedly help with that sort of thing. We use the Scorn Moon, contact the guy, conduct the seance, get the memories. We get this back to Tower Optics and we get paid.
I don't see any reason to continue the charade now. So I want to say, well, sadly for you, you haven't kept up on your bills.
Yeah, a colic would kind of lose it at that, be like, that's what this is about? What bills? What do you want?
You're going to hate this. We are literally here just for your RV that you haven't paid up on.
A colic would slam their head into the snow, into the dirt a couple times. If that's it, you could just have the RV.
And anything we can sell, I'll call from inside the RV.
Looks like a lot of this might go for quite a bit of money.
No, you can take the fucking RV. Unlock me, I'll give you the keys. Or you can take it from Max. If he's still alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah, we don't.
But
have you guys on
unfortunately,
the RV.
Our payout is when we get our work done. I don't need the RV for the work, I'll buy a new one. Man, you repo guys are fucking intense.
really, if the seal for the consecration hadn't been broken, this would have gone much differently.
And a colic would stop at this and, what the hell do you even care about a seal? What I don't know what that is, step one. And I don't know any bills on that. So wait, are you guys they'll frustratedly, yeah, whatever. And he'll go back to kind of laying there staring at the dirt, but you can definitely tell that he's just furious. Belanca is laying there as well, no longer stunned. Be like, we'll tape your rock back together.
But the way Forrest described it, it does sound like something's coming back to life that shouldn't be, right?
I sent you guys pictures.
Right.
Non-consensually.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pack this stuff up.
Yeah, the next question would be, do we know that what they're doing was kind of illegal here, especially on a Scorn Moon?
If this 100% you know this would be illegal in Dusk Banter, because they banned that.
Right.
You'd assume that same rule would apply out here.
Would there be maybe a check I could do to know that for sure?
Sure, absolutely. We'll go ahead and use knowledge history as knowledge law in this sense.
I attempt to roll that, and I got a total of 24, because I am trained in that.
Yeah, definitely. You kind of go over it in your head and know kind of district-wide bans like that are usually pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
If you left the country, it probably wouldn't be, but within the greater Zeron area or Rethi Empire, you 100% expect that same rule to apply here.
Yeah. So normally we wouldn't be like this, but you guys created a very dangerous situation, so we're turning you in.
Yeah, Belanco would, no surprise, you guys are pretending to be cops too. Doing that job for free?
I usually don't put good and cops in the same sentence. In this case, we've got to do some good.
Yeah, we are out of initiatives at this point. So
They're doing a contract for Tower Optics. Do we know where Tower Optics is in the grand scheme of things, corporate wise?
yeah, they're a smaller company based out of the Farthen Valley, close to Dalam headquarters.
Didn't Tower Optics, weren't they the guys that made my bits?
Yep.
I wouldn't say that in front of all the all the guys laying on the ground. But I'll say in the sliver, on my day off, I did some research into my past, and Tower Optics made me.
Oh, wow. Are we sure we want to arrest these guys?
These are just contractors. I don't
Okay.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm now curious about the machines that they have set up, and I start looking into them.
Perfect. Back inside the RV, the pleasant smell, a fruity aroma is wafting off the flowers as you can watch them as different petals go from kind of a dark blue to a light blue, and some of them turning white as it seems to be kind of in conjunction with the Scorn Moon starting to reach its apex.
Wild. Never seen flowers change while I watch them. I will be searching the RV. I'm primarily looking for that clearance card worth the extra payout, as well as food, because I'm hungry. And since I'm getting that fruit aroma from the flowers, I'm definitely interested to see if there's any actual fruit.
Yeah, I mean, you saw them pour a lot of their canned goods into the pot outside that's still on the fire. You can definitely open the drawers here and find canned beans, canned meats, a lot of corporate standard rations.
Okay. I'll open a can of beans and start eating it with a spoon while I continue to search the RV.
Perfect. Give me your perception check while you consume the beans.
Alrighty. Rolled a 9 for a total of 19.
Okay. Yeah, looking through here, on a quick glance, it's pretty messy, but it's not too hard to find. Set aside on the table next to some other paperwork, which looks like a printed version of the contract they have. You'll find a fairly heavy for its size black card with a gold stripe on it, labeled Amon Advancements.
Right on. I will scoop up the paperwork, that card in one hand, and the can of beans in the other hand, and walk outside and hand the not food to Lucius. Then resume eating my can of beans.
Underneath the canopy, next to the chair, Dosh, you'll see the data pad as well as the laptop. You'll see the kind of arcane book next to it as you start to look over this machinery. Oh, and I guess actually you would see the Tane that they had sitting next to the keyboard.
Yeah. Well, kind of a check would it be to kind of figure this out? Like an appraise work? I think I have an appraise. Actually, I have a feature that says if I appraise stuff, I know everything about it.
This feels like a good place for that feature.
Okay. When you praise an item, you also learn all of its properties. Okay. So I'm going to appraise the machine and see what I know about it.
Praise the machine.
I will praise the machine. Oh God, no, I don't. I rolled 13.
Yeah, I mean, you look it over. It looks like this is just a really large kind of processing unit for them, for probably a colleague who does probably the coding and the script writing for the team that they were probably going to put in.
Does the Tane look different than a normal one?
It has that smooth porcelain finish that you know kind of comes from Tower Optics.
Okay.
You see on the side of it, it's labeled E:407-676.
That pisses me off. I'm gonna pocket this Tane, and then I'll begin breaking down the machine. Not like breaking it, but
Disassembling it, packing it up.
disassembling it. Yeah, packing it up as best I can.
I mean, sure, yeah, start disconnecting wires. I mean, really, the larger part of this processor is kind of a dishwasher on wheels.
Okay, yeah.
So really, the laptop, the data pad, the arcane book, you pocket the Tane. Yeah, that should be pretty much what's here. So that'll take a little bit. While that's happening, Oswald's inside searching. Forwards, what are you up to?
I'm gonna take a quick look around to make sure that the manacled people are being watched.
Yeah.
Before hopping into the RV.
Yeah, the colic is still face down, muttering to themselves about how fucking stupid this all is. Blanca is laying there as though this isn't the first time he's been manacled. So he's just kind of sitting there staring up at the scorn moon, minding his own business. Oswald had come outside with a can of beans to hand a card to Lucius
And the paperwork.
and paperwork. And fours, when you much described as to Oswald, it's a warm, cozy place with white flowers all about the area. The table's cleaned off. There's 3 bunks towards the back, and there's a clear space where the machinery would go. You won't find a mason jar, but you do find empty cans.
I guess I'm looking for something that can be resealed. So they don't have any
Yes.
kitchenware in this RV.
I mean, they don't. These guys aren't that well set up, but yeah, I would say you'd find that they do have some resealable bags tucked in one of the drawers, one of which is filled with dirt.
All right. Oh, I'll take a peek at the. This is the burial dirt.
It is.
All right. Yeah, I'll just kind of stick my nose in it.
It reeks violently of rot. The same rot you smelled next to that tree.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna grab a fistful of bags and I will start crunching out back the horrible discovery.
Okay, that is about 10 minutes away.
Okay.
Wait. You're grabbing a couple bags of dirt, exiting the RV, and just start tromping away through the snow?
A couple Ziploc bags, essentially, and yeah, I'm going to be. I tell you guys that I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab a sample, but obviously we're at a round, so that's gonna take a little while. So
It's going to take us a while to pack up all this equipment, anyways, I'm sure.
sure.
All right, Lucius, out here, as Forz has gone inside, Oswald's out here with you. You see Dosh starting to pack down machinery, a bored Belanca and an angry Akalik, and a very sleepy Max. What are you up to with your new card that's been handed to you, and some paperwork?
Look them over for a brief minute. I kind of know what they're for. So I will stash them and muttering to myself, I say I'm going to regret this. And I call up Doss.
Shoving the paperwork into your pocket, as well as the card, you call up Das. It is late at night, and you will hear Chavri's voice as they answer, and as to bold.
Doss, I've gotten myself in over my head on a contract. And you need to know about it.
You'll hear the calm breathe in to center themselves. You'll hear the lighting of a cigarette. You'll hear them put out said cigarette immediately before, what have you done?
It's not what I've done. It's what I've discovered. On our contract to take back a RV for Amon, we found that the people that owed us the RV were conducting a type of ritual. In the process, they unknowingly broke a seal of consecration. And this is happening. And I'll send a picture that Forrest had sent us.
It'll take a moment before she responds. And what is this? What are you sending me?
It looks that the consecration seal was preventing these parts from rising up from the dead. As you know, it's a scorn moon.
Okay. All right.
So we have the people in custody, and I would like to drop them off with the nearest park ranger. But it looks like there's more to this than just turning these people in.
All right. Okay. Well, how about this? Sit tight. Send me your information on where you're at. I'll contact the Facility Seekers. I have some professional clout with one of their detectives over there, and I will get them to start heading your way. Is everybody secured and safe? Can you be where you are for a bit?
Actually, I don't want it to go that way. The way that we've, based on our last conversation, I want to do what's right, but I also want to do what's right for us. So I want to fulfill my contract, and I want to wash my hands of these people. And I'm contacting you in good faith on this. I'm going to try to perhaps roll a diplomacy to get
Yeah.
out of this.
Go ahead and give me diplomacy, but she'll ask, like, how am I supposed to assist you if I don't know where you are?
So I roll a total of 30 on my diplomacy.
Excellent.
And I'll tell you where I am because I'm genuinely concerned about this consecration, and I can tell you that it's near where a park ranger Sander is, and I will give you the location. But I do want to just drop these people off with Sander and have you take care of it.
Oh, the park ranger is Sands.
Sands, okay. Why did I get Sander?
That's the applied solutions guy.
Because that's your thing.
Oh, because that is my thing.
No, I have two NPCs named at different times with similar names. So I took John definitely remembered an NPC correctly, just not this one.
Just not this one. Sands, right?
Yeah, I'm totally giving him half credit.
All right, half credit.
Doss will tell you to shut up. I don't need to know any more, so I can pass this off correctly. Then yes, once I get your information, I will contact Park Ranger Sands to alert him that he'll be holding some people in custody. I'll contact Detective Corain to start heading that way. I'll alert Ranger Sands that there has been a breach, an arcane breach. So thank you for reaching out, Mr. Estibold.
I'm glad that we could work together to do some good. I'll hang up the phone.
Belanca will take this moment to whistle out to a sing-song tune. Bootlicker.
I knew I was going to regret this.
Then, yeah, from this, Fours said he was going to head out to collect some samples. Is there anything anybody else is doing before Fours heads out and comes back?
I guess once I'm finished with my can of beans, I'll go help Dosh with packing up the machinery.
Yeah, absolutely. Not too hard. Two people, definitely. This goes by quickly. The stew is definitely starting to boil over.
I know I want to eat the stew instead.
Yeah, you eat that cold can of beans and they have warm stew.
I know.
And the tea is starting to loudly whistle out into the night. Fours, Ziploc bags in hand, you'll head out into the woods, tracing your steps back towards where you were and where you found that sludge.
On my way out of the camp, we'll take the tea kettle off of the heat.
Alrighty. Yeah, the pungent aroma of memory moss drifts out of the spout as you take it and set it down in the snow nearby. But as you drift out into the woods, the rotting smell begins to intensify.
All right, getting close.
As you approach the spot before, where you had covered it over and taken the pictures, an ooze-like form composed of detritus from the forest, with parts of teeth that seem to drift across its skin in various sections as they dip below into the ooze. The cold causes the surface of it to harden, and it cracks as the thing begins to move and look towards you. The few eyeballs before that could not focus now do, as it looks at you.
Hello. As I say rhetorically as I squat down next to it to scrape some of it with a empty bean can into a Ziploc bag.
Take a little bit off the top.
Yeah, you are able to scoop some in. Go and give me your perception check.
My perception.
Look at you guys, just freaking, man, today is your day. But yeah, what was your perception, Shaw?
With a 31, I perceive.
So what is this, the fifth 20 in about an hour and a half? You guys are freaking on top of this. So as you scoop up a bit of this small sludge-like creature into the bean can, put this in the Ziploc bag, your perception, though, is more than high enough to recognize that there are 4 other forms of humanoid size, made of bits of bark, the teeth sharper, the chunks of antlers and bone, bird bits that are in them as they are moving through the forest. 3 of them are coming towards you. Another 2 seem to be drifting off, hardening and cracking under the cold as their ooze-like forms eat away at the ground and the living things they touch.
oh. Start to low key panic. I will. How quickly are they moving towards me?
These ones, at least, seem to be able to move fairly quickly and fairly quietly, but your natural 20 on perception is what allowed you to understand where they are and where they're coming from before they could ambush or surprise you.
Okay, yeah, I'm moving. I was trying to assess whether or not I had enough time to take a picture.
Oh, yeah, with a natural 20, you have enough time to flash the camera, getting some solid creepypasta material as probably the reconstituted eyes reflect back the flash, revealing that you're definitely not alone, and there's probably more of them of various sizes in the woods that are just beyond your sight.
Fantastic. Yep, high stepping back to the camp.
The smell of rotten decay will drift behind you as you start rushing back. Fours as you dash amongst the trees, getting away from it. A large necrotic form, partially made out of a small tree and what looks like the remains of an owlbear, will take a swipe at you.
Oh God.
I know.
It is half crawling out of the ground at the moment, so I need a reflex save as its large arm comes up to grab your leg.
Good God. All right. 16.
All right, with a 16, you're able to avoid its grasp. You hear it crushing behind you as it's pulling itself up and out as you are dashing for the main camp.
Good God. A zombie owlbear.
Sludge zombie owlbear.
Back at the RV, you guys have put away the machinery. What are you doing now?
Probably warming up the RV and getting it ready to go. Usher in our captives and radio out to fours. Say, hey, we're getting ready to go back to campsite.
Yep. Keep it up. Get it all packed up. Get it all packed up now. Time to go.
Or does it feel like I can feel your panic?
You're just hearing heavy breathing.
Over the sliver, somehow you hear the breathing.
Yeah, I'll verbally to everybody else. We should get ready to go.
Okay. I'll be doing one last sweep of the camp, see if there's anything else we missed.
It's still day one, so there's not too many things that are set up out here that you guys haven't already grabbed, unless you're putting out the fire or bringing in the pot of stew.
No, but I am going to take my empty can of beans and get a scoop of stew before I enter the RV.
Alrighty.
Oh, am I losing them? Putting some distance between me and them, or are they keeping up with me?
The humanoid-sized ones that had tried to ambush you before, at a standard speed, are keeping up with you. The larger one you've definitely left behind, as well as the smaller, maybe you'd say almost childlike sized ones, you've definitely left behind.
Okay. In the interest of putting some distance of getting away from these guys, I'm going to drop down onto all fours and just animal sprint as my arms and legs contort and pop into elongated, almost canine-like form.
Yeah, with that, you're able to quickly outpace them. Within a couple minutes, as you guys have the RV warmed up, Max is still passed out in a seat. Blanca and Akalik pushed back onto probably the beds that they normally use. You guys will see Fours' form break into the clearing on all fours.
So, Park Ranger Sands' form break into the clearing on all fours.
Yep. And I will assume a human posture with human proportions after like a half a beat. Now that I'm back at camp. Is everything packed up as I'm hustling?
Everything's packed up and ready to go.
I'll be whipping my arm around, gesturing to start going. I'm gonna jump onto the side.
I guess I'll be driving.
I'll be keeping an eye on our prisoners, I guess.
If Forrest is not even taking the time to get in the RV, I'm thinking that we're going to be getting into some shit. So I'm going to reluctantly open a window, be prepared to do something through that window.
Oh, the other car's in the way.
Yeah, I know that. And
Shit.
Yeah. Well, when we get there, that's kind of why I'm hanging on the side, is that I can just drop down and get in the car and go.
okay, I will be trying to get us out of here.
Alrighty. The RV does take a little bit to start. It is a newer model, so once warmed up, it does go pretty smoothly once you start to drive it. Is this something where you're driving quickly, or are you maintaining a safe pace?
Gotta be doing a safe pace for right now.
All right.
Oh, Before we drop out of range, I'm going to have my drone pick up from its perch at the campsite.
Just leaving drones all over.
And follow us. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to lose this. I just got it.
So is it just flying, following behind the RV?
Yeah, because I have it sliver synced. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep, just following us.
Very well. So as you make the slow turn to line up to head back down the trail, with Oswald having opened the window, the rotting stench of decay will begin to start drifting in. You can hear the snapping of branches, the crushing of snow, forms moving in the darkness beyond that which you can see, and you will begin heading down the path. As you do, every once in a while you will hear a thud or a scratch against the side of the RV. The stench does get to pretty unbearable levels as you get further in. The headlights of the RV as you approach, where your vehicle is blocking the path, reveal dozens of liquid sludge forms, hardening and cracking in the cold, as various eyes, not necessarily pointed towards you, seem to be around the vehicle, heading towards the gap where you know that the rock is broken.
We can hear the dog barking.
Yeah.
Just, we're
What do you
like-
mean
we're
nothing
just
you can do?
I'm just letting you know.
I'll lift up Achillic and put his head to the window. See?
He'll look at it. Don't think that would have been a problem had we been successful.
Mm,
What?
I beg to differ.
A few more days, a few more hours. What's the difference?
Got my most serious driving face on.
Yeah, when we are getting close to the car, I'll drop off the side of the RV and run and dive into the driver's seat.
Okay. As I mentioned, there it is surrounded by forms, so I will require some, let's see here, acrobatics to get by them, and you will provoke having to open the door since the convertible top is up.
No.
My Dukes of Hazzard maneuver.
But the silent, sludge-like forms turn as the lights come across them near the vehicle. Thors, as you jump off the side here and dash for the vehicle, and go and give me an acrobatics to move past them without provoking.
I got an acrobatics of 17.
Very well. One of them will take a slash at you as you go by, as you rush for the door. To prevent a gotcha moment, we will assume that Oswald took the keys from Lucius to hand to you outside of the window, which is why he pulled it down. Otherwise, you don't have any keys.
That makes sense. Yeah, we overlooked it, but if we were actually
I mean,
like,
if
yeah,
you guys were
there.
actually planning this and
If
had
it,
spoken
yeah,
about
it,
it, I imagine this
it
might have
didn't
come up.
take an instant just to get from the campsite to where we were parked, so I made that happen.
Correct. Yeah, I would give that one for free.
Thank you.
But with the 26,
Yeah, they got me.
all right, very well. You take 15 points of damage as the claw cuts across your side.
Ouch.
Does that leave any lasting damage?
As of right now,
Is it okay?
you don't know.
But it's not like I'm being splattered with the ooze claws.
Correct. Shards of bone and broken tree branches cut across you as the sludge creature attacks. The chittering of teeth as they try to move to surround you as you go to open that door. They will take one more attack of opportunity with the 26.
Yep.
Was there an opportunity for me to do something in between those attacks?
No, this would be his move past them and move to open the door.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
Shattering the window as it scrapes across you, doing another 12 points of damage.
All right.
Inside the RV, you guys can hear the thuds getting louder as you can see the slap against the window. Black sludge, teeth and eyeballs in hands as they are reaching up, trying to crawl in. Oars, go ahead and give me that drive check.
My pleasure. I'll get a 12, which I think makes sense.
So with the lights casting upon this, you see the horde of creatures as Fours dashes past them. You see where his quick coat gets torn a bit. Claws reach out and swipe at him. You hear the shattering of glass as he opens the door and gets inside and starts the vehicle going. Back at the RV.
I dive out the window. My intent is to create a distraction to give to my force some time.
All right, Lucius, Dosh.
Now that we're outnumbered by a bunch of people we've arrested, I'm going to try to keep them in line.
And I've got to be ready to drive once Forrest gets our car out of the way.
Yeah, a colleague and, well, Sleepy Max is out, so let's not worry about him anymore. A colleague does still look terrified of what's going on outside. His aggression and anger towards you guys, though somewhat justified in his mind, is easily overpassed by monsters. But Belanca will calmly say, if you give me a gun,
We've crossed over into zombie movie.
I can help.
Yeah, seeing Forrest get attacked like that and hearing him, the keys for his manacles start levitating towards him. So don't make me regret this. But I'm obviously terrified.
I'll unlock him for him, and I'll make sure I'm keeping an eye on him. And I'll also have one of the other guns. The Colic stays manacled though, because he's magic.
As you unlock Belanca, they'll check the chamber, see how many shots are left. We'll give you a serious look as both of you look to your left and see the massive skull of an owlbear looking in through the window.
Damn it.
Oswald, as you launch yourself out, you are above the heads of the few that have the smaller childlike ones that are slapping the side of the RV. The larger one is on the opposite side from you, so what Forrest is about 40 feet ahead of you, surrounded. You can hear the Hedron vehicle trying to get going.
Okay. My plan is to like grapple off the trees, any trees that are nearby, try and like swoop close to the creatures, which is probably going to get me close enough that they can swipe at me. I want to try and minimize the swipes, but I know it's probably going to happen. Probably making a lot of noise and whooping and hollering and looking at me. I would like to like kind of swoop past the car if I can. I'm trying to get their attention away from the car and towards me. So you tell me what kind of roll I need to do all that.
We'll do it this way. For each one you want to distract, I will require an attack of opportunity on you.
That's fair.
A pinata that's too high up to hit isn't an enticing pinata.
Yeah. Okay.
So you tell me how many attacks you would like to provoke, and I will tell you how many you can potentially distract.
How many are within, say, 15 feet of the car?
6.
Ooh, let's do 4 of those 6.
Going for that D at passing grade.
I mean,
Take all the attacks, Jesse.
Are you looking at me with disapproval? Ah, shit. Fine, all 6. God damn you.
How many guns do we have in the car total? I know they had 2, right?
That's an awesome
Correct.
question.
And you know I carry one.
Yeah. So I'll have 1, and I guess we'll have to make sure that the other guy, the Torin, has 1. Belanca.
Yeah, very well.
Are we stopped waiting for the car to move?
Yes. So how this will go is I'll start rolling the attacks versus Oswald. I'm also going to roll a strength check for the large owl bear against the side of the RV. For each 5, it is past 20. It'll kind of get a little closer to potentially being able to push it over. All right. So that being said, versus Oswald, the first one slashes with a 17.
Miss, you're going for a 29 with mobility.
Okay. The other ones with a 25, a 24, a 17, a 19, and a 26 will all miss, giving a temporary reprieve to 4s. Back over at the RV, the large sludge owlbear shattering windows as it pushes on the side of it. You feel the RV start to tilt before it comes back into position. Canned beans fall onto the ground, scattering amongst it, as Belanca points his gun directly at its face to begin opening fire. 4s, go ahead and give me a drive.
My pleasure. Go ahead and do this thing. I got a 19, baby.
I'm going to use my currently installed Tane to try to use an immediate action to aid another
Okay,
and aid his drive check.
perfect. Go for it.
You're gonna wish you aided mine.
I rolled a 25.
Adjust your seat.
All right, excellent.
Check your mirror.
Telling you you'd like to
Turn into the skid.
put it in second gear. There's snow.
Josh's voice will pop into your mind, 4s, as you're able to start moving the vehicle with the creatures distracted by Oswald as he went rushing by.
Nice. Teamwork.
Mm.
I knew you could do it, Jesse.
Yeah. I'm just really worried. Like, I'm pretty sure as soon as one of these gets a hand on me, I'm not going to have an easy time getting away.
Really? You of all people?
If it's a grapple, then I'm gonna have a problem.
So fours will start to move.
Well, scene 4s looks like we might just be able to get out of this. I'm gonna turn to everybody and just keep it together, guys. We've got this, and I'm gonna inspire some courage and start driving.
Alrighty. Then Lucius, give me a drive check opposed by the owlbear strength check.
No.
Can you outdrive an owlbear's arms?
Oh God.
The time has come. Ha! I roll a total of 25.
Excellent. A massive gouge ripped out of the side paneling of this RV.
My new RV!
You can definitely start to hear you hear the back end of it scraping a bit as it bounces off rocks and broken tree branches. The creatures, though, are still ahead. Fours, I need a drive check to try to get through this.
Oh, we're on full-on guild trial.
We are. While you're considering this, Oswald, you see the vehicles are beginning to
Uh-oh.
move.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna try and distract the ones from 4's vehicle again. So all 6 of them again.
Alrighty.
Oh shit.
All right. One of them will successfully slash across you for 12 points of damage.
Ow. Okay.
But the Moonrat's vehicle does not seem to be handling this well. Though you've distracted a majority of them, there does appear to be one that is crawling across the back of the vehicle, tearing into the convertible top, while the other ones are currently distracted by you. Fours was not exactly trained in driving beforehand, and in darkened conditions, with creatures lashing out at every side, it seems to be making slow progress here as the RV is quickly trying to catch up with it. These medium-sized ones, at least at this distance, aren't hard for the RV to slam into, but getting past fours is going to be a little bit tough as you guys are all kind of stuck together in this moment. You will see, though, the bright headlights appear at the other end past the circle. You'll see the creature's forms, and you'll start to hear the firing of a force pistol. Standing on the hood of the car is Park Ranger Sam. His glorious uniform of tans and grays, wearing the halo for celebrating the winter festival coming. As he has a Corleone Gladius in one hand and his force pistol firing in the other. And that's where we'll end for today.
Amazing.
Thanks for listening, as always. Our intro and outro music is produced by Nihilor, and the title of the track is called Bush Week. You can find us on the usual social medias, but the best place is always Twitter at Big Campaign Stories. Thanks for your time.